I very nearly forgot to do this. Luckily for you, I remembered, so now you're gonna know what this video is about. Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel! If you are new here, which you probably are, because I am also new here, it is so good to see you. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are. I was just about to wash all this off, grab a beer and some dinner, and hit the couch. Luckily for you, I remembered just before I was about to pack it in for the evening. Today's video is our second installment of Get the Most Out of Your Palette. My goal for this series is to create as many looks as I possibly can with one palette. And the first palette we are exploring for the series is the Kathleen Lights and Colourpop Dream St palette. If you haven't watched the previous video, please go back and take a look at that before diving into this one. I assure you it'll all make more sense. In the last video, I demonstrated a very natural, glowy daytime look. Today, as you can see, we dove in just a hair deeper. I want to see how far I can take this palette, so each look is going to run the gamut of styles. Another goal is to demonstrate a wide variety of different skill levels for each corresponding look. We used a halo eye technique. I think this is a really great intermediate step from our very wearable natural look into what I hope to dive in deeper with next video. As you will see, this look wasn't the easiest for me, but I am still really satisfied with how this palette is performing so far, and I'm really excited to see what else I can get out of this bad boy. Without further ado, I am rambling. If you want to see how I got to this point, struggle or no struggle, stick around and you will find out right now. So our first look with this palette was super dewy, super natural, you know, look really cute for work, no makeup look, but actually a lot of makeup look. But for today, we're gonna go with something really classic, do something with the deeper brown tones in this palette. Let's just futz around with some makeup tonight. We'll see where this takes us. So we're all ready to go with our bake face and our eyebrows are on, so we are ready to get right into the shadow. And again, since we're using one palette over and over again, we're probably gonna use the same transition shades a lot, or at least for more than just one look. Back into what now I believe is Shooting Star, which is this nice taupey transition shade. Again, like I said in the last video, it is one of my favorite transition shades. Taking my crease brush, which is nice and fluffy, you know the drill, throwing that into the crease. Since it's a halo eye, we're taking that transition all the way into the inner corner of the lid, and I think that the lightest transition shade could definitely connect at the top. I don't think I want this look to be too severe either. I think I'm going to leave that for our third look, where I'm going to incorporate more of the blue tones. For now, I think I want to keep it sort of smoky and sultry. Okay, moving on from there. As you can see, all of the shades that I've encountered in this palette thus far have quite a lot of fallout, but that's fine. If you bake under the eyes, then it's not a problem. It doesn't leave a stain. Just to deepen up the crease, I'm going to take Potion. It's that warm terracotta brown shade in the palette. Deepen out the crease on the inner and outer portion of the lid. Trying not to take it too far up. I want to just like cover up all the work you did with that first shade. As always, you can just take your other brush from the previous shade, soften the edges. Comment down below what your sort of first go-to look for a new palette is. Do you usually go for the pop of color in a palette right away, or do you work your way up to it? Do you go for a more neutral eye to really deepen up the inner and outer corners? I'm going to take what I believe to be Elfish, which is that deep chocolatey brown shade, and I'm not going to connect these two areas of color this time. I think I'm just going to leave these just right in the deepest parts of the socket, but instead of swiping, I'm really packing on the lid using stippling motions and trying to just lay down the color before doing any blending. This is just the brush I got in the Modern Renaissance palette, by the way. I used the smaller side to pack shadow onto the lid, and then the other side I used to blend all of that out. I think that's good for now. 13,000 hours of blending later. So for the shimmer today, obviously we have a ton of options. There's this nice really warm orangey bronze. We used this one in the first look, which was really pretty, but it has more of a pinky sheen to it. I kind of wanted to dive into this one here. I think this one on the end there is called Sweet Dreams. It is super pretty and I kind of want to experiment with it a bit. Here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to go in first with this one, which I think is called Stardust. I think I'm going to take that one first, kind of as a metallic-y base. I mean, if you wanted a more toned down halo eye, you could quit there. You might want to quit while you're ahead, unlike me, who apparently doesn't know when to stop. So now I'm going to lay that final pop of color on the very center of the lid using my Too Faced glitter glue. Now, usually when I don't want to go into the brush and foil shades, I take a tiny dab of glitter glue, pop a teensy bit on the center of the lid. Now I'm going to dip into Sweet Dreams. And see, wherever you lay down that glitter glue really makes the center of that metallic shade pop. If it weren't for this series, I would just add the teeniest bit of glitter right in the center there, but it's not what the series is about. I think this shade saved the day. I was a little concerned about where this was going, if it was going to get too dark, if it was going to get super muddy. This is a look that definitely calls for lashes. I'm going to go do that off camera. I will finish up my lower lash line using the same matte shades that we used in the crease today, and I will be right back. Ignore my poor placement of this one. Giving me a bit of trouble here. Didn't quite make it to the lash line. It tried. I'm gonna pop my PowerPoint eye pencil in Stubborn Brown into my waterline. First, lightly bronze. Deepening up my contour today with a little bit of Kevin Kwan instead of going in with my hula. I don't want this look to pull too orange. I think for blush, I'm gonna keep it pretty taupey today. I'm feeling this sort of 90s grunge vibe. I'm going to start my highlight with the Master Chrome in the 100 Molten Gold. I can't pop that on the nose because it's just a titch too dark, so I'm going to layer Whimsical on top of it, which is the highlighting shade in the Tarte Blush Bazaar. Like that. I think I'm gonna go back into Sweet Dreams. And melting it all together with some Berry Amour. Still don't know what to use to highlight my nose with. I'm gonna use Lunch Bunny, which is a Colourpop Super Shock Cheek. It's very well loved, as you can surmise. I'm going to add a couple of freckles using this pencil brush I bought at the craft store and my well loved ABH Brow Wiz in medium brown. So I was gonna do a really dramatic red lip, but I don't know. I mean, it could work. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the Colourpop and Loreal No Kill LA Ultra Satin Lip in Beam. Oh man, it got super goopy somehow. Ugh, don't know how that happened. I don't know what the hell happened with the applicator on this thing. I don't know what it is about this lipstick today, but it usually goes on way easier than this, but it was a struggle. Look how much just gooped everywhere. Ugh, what a waste. This is turning into a struggle of a video. Oh boy. Now, my idea was to throw on my Maybelline Master Chrome in the center. I think I'm still gonna do that. She pulls it through in the end. Okay, my phone is about to die. That is it. I am calling it a night. Thank you so much for joining me for the second installment of my Get the Most Out of Your Palette series with the Dream Street palette. Tonight's look was a journey, to say the least. It was going okay, and then it was going south, and then it was gonna be really great, and then all of a sudden it just plummeted down, and now my energy's really low, and now I just want to wrap this up. I don't know why the lips were such a struggle today. It just seemed like it was not cooperating, which is so strange because usually that Ultra Satin lip is one of my absolute favorites and it goes on like a dream 99% of the time, but I guess not 100% of the time. I am probably gonna get at least one more look out of this palette. Oh shoot, I forgot to put in my nose stud. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's look. A lot more smoky and sultry and dramatic than the first one. I wanted to deliver at least 3 very, very different looks that were totally unique from one another so that you could see how much variety we could get out of one palette. I think the next look is going to be definitely delving into those colors in here, the blues, the pink. I'm very, very excited for that. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this look. We are stepping up with more intermediate sort of techniques as we go. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I hope you are too. Leave me a comment down below and tell me how you felt about this installment of Get the Most Out of Your Palette. I'm definitely going to ask for some feedback on what palette you would like to see next. I'm going to throw up a picture of all of my different palettes that I already currently own. I'm not going to be buying any new palettes for this project because that kind of defeats the purpose of the project. So I'm going to snap a picture on my Instagram or my Twitter very, very soon and ask you which palette you would like to see me create looks with next. I will definitely be looking forward to hearing from you guys on that. Leave me a comment down below on anything else you'd like me to try with this palette specifically, any specific shade that you are looking to see more of. Let me know anything. Do me a favor, if you liked what you saw in this video, please hit the like button. That helps me out a great deal. And if you want to continue seeing more of this mug, then hit the subscribe button too while you're at it. I don't have an uploading schedule as of yet. I'm sort of doing this in between my multitude of other jobs that I do, so hit the notification bell to be notified every time that I upload. As always, I had such a fun time hanging out with you guys today, even if it was a little bit of a struggle, but it's always great learning new things and perfecting them. Please be kind and generous to everyone you meet out in the world there today, and I will hopefully see you on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye. Give me a beer.